Hello there, and we're going to make a lovely sausage and bacon casserole today. So here we have our jumbo sausages, which was $2.99 a pack, and we have our bacon pieces, which is 2 packs for €4, €2 each, and we have our mushrooms, which is €1, and we have our potatoes, which is €1 also, and we have our olive oil, a dribble of olive oil we'll be using, and we have our veg, and there's mixed veg here, and a mixture of carrots, celery, and leeks all chopped up. We've 2 bags there for €3, and we have our gravy mix, we have our chives, and we have our vegetable stock. So these are all the ingredients that we're going to use now for the sausage and bacon casserole. We're going to get stuck in now to preparing the meat and the vegetable. So as you can see here, we have all our ingredients prepped up. We have our sausages cut, we have our bacon cut up as well, which is cut into pieces, and we have our onions on a separate chopping board here cut up. We've quartered, halved, and then quartered our baby potatoes. Our mushrooms are prepared, ready to go, and then we have our mixed veg is out of the package. Okay, so now what we can do is now we can start the cooking process of the ingredients. So as you can see here, we've just added in our 2 vegetable stock cubes into a pot of boiling water. So we're just going to let that boil away and dilute. And we have our pan on here, and we're going to start sealing off our sausages and our bacon pieces and our vegetables as well. Okay, so we're just going to put a drop of olive oil into the pan. We're just going to let that sizzle away, and then we're going to start the cooking process in relation to sealing off our sausages and our bacon. So as you can see here, we're just starting to seal off our sausages in a nice hot pan, and we're just going to brown colour the sausages, seal in the flavour, and that should take about 5 minutes. Okay, so be very careful when you put the sausages in, have all the sausages in. So we're going to seal off the sausages here on the pan, colour them and seal in all the flavour. You can see there, sausages are all starting to take colour there. As you can see, the sausages are starting to colour there, they're starting to seal off, and we're looking for that brown kind of effect on the sausages. Okay, so the flavour is all being sealed in, and our stock has just come to the boil, so we're just going to lower down the heat on our stock. Okay, so our sausages are sizzling away, and they're pulling away, and they're coming on nicely. Again, our sausages are coming on. They're nearly 5 minutes now on the pan, so they're coming along nice, and we want them nice and brown, because the casserole is going to be brown. So there we go. The sausages are nearly ready for to go into the pot. Okay, another minute or so, and they should be ready to go into the pot of stock. So our sausages now are ready to go into the pot. Okay, so we're just going to take them out and then just place them into the pot of stock. Okay, we've turned off the heat underneath the sausages. We're just going to place them to cook into the stock. Okay, so they're lovely and brown, the way we want them. Nice colour. So our sausages now are in the pot. We just put it on sim. So what we're going to do is now we're just going to turn up the heat again on the pan, dribble of olive oil into the pan, and what we're going to do is now we're going to start adding in our bacon pieces. Here, our bacon pieces into the hot pan. So we're just going to seal the flavour of the bacon. So trying to capture and keep the lovely flavour of the bacon within the bacon by sealing it off. Okay, again, we're just looking to seal off, pull the bacon. Alright, let that cook away. Okay, and just let that cook away for the next 5 minutes. We have our pot with our sausages on simmer. So again, you can see our bacon pieces are more or less sealed off. So the flavour's all sealed into the bacon pieces. So the next step, what we're going to do is we're going to add the juice and the bacon into the pot here, and just gently, careful now, just capturing all the flavour of the bacon in the casserole. So there you can see it there, our sausages and our bacon pieces are in the stock there. Okay, so we just have that on simmer, and we're just going to let that simmer away. So what we're going to do is now we're going to move back to the pan, and what we're going to do is we're going to turn up the heat again on the pan, add another tiny little bit of oil, and we're just going to seal off our vegetables. Okay, so we're going to start off with our carrots and our celery and our leeks. Okay, so we're going to pop that in the pan, we're going to seal that off, and then we're going to add it into the casserole. Okay, we're just going to give it a couple of minutes, seal it off, take that bite out of the vegetables, and then add it into the casserole then. So we can see our lovely vegetables just being sealed off there. We've just sealed them off. So we're going to add our vegetables now to the stock, the makings of the casserole. Okay, so we're just going to put that in there. We're going to give it a good stir. So our pot with our sausages and bacon and a vegetable is still on simmer. So the next stage is there, we've just added our onions and mushrooms into the pan. So we're just going to colour off sealing the flavour of our onions and mushrooms, and then we're going to add it in to the pot with the sausage, the bacon and the mixed vegetables. Okay, so we're just sealing off and just gently colouring our onions and mushrooms. Okay, which will help with the flavour with the casserole. So we're just going to let them cook away there just for 2 minutes. So as you can see, we've just gently cooked and coloured our onions and mushrooms. So our onions and mushrooms are ready now to go in with the rest of the ingredients in the pot. Okay, so gently, just safely add it into the pot and just giving a little bit of a stir. Okay, so the last thing we're going to add to the casserole is the potatoes. Okay, so we're going to seal off the potatoes also in the pan. Okay, so again, turning up the heat on our pan, just a tiny little bit of olive oil, and we're just going to seal off and gently colour our baby potatoes that we put in the fork. Okay, again, our casserole is simmering away, it's cooking away. It's about another 10 minutes away from going into the oven. Okay, our potatoes here, just look at the colour of our potatoes. As you can see there, we're getting a lovely colour here with the potatoes. So our potatoes are nicely coloured. And ready to add into the casserole now. So we've turned off the gas underneath our potatoes. Our potatoes are nicely seasoned with a little bit of salt. We've got a nice kind of golden colour, and that will add into the look of the casserole. So we just lightly pan-fry the potatoes, and they're for about 5 minutes on the pan. So we're going to add our potatoes to the casserole. Okay, in goes our potatoes. Okay, so our casserole is starting to take shape. Okay, so we're going to cook all the ingredients out in the pot here just for 10 minutes. Okay, so we can see you can see the potatoes, the sausages, the bacon, the mixed veg, the celery, leeks, carrots, onions and mushrooms, all cooking away, adding flavour there to the casserole. Okay, so we're going to let that cook away for about 10 minutes, and then what we're going to do is then we're going to add our gravy mix, our gravy granules, and then we'll place the casserole in the oven then. Now back to our casserole there, we can see all the lovely ingredients starting to cook away there. It's starting to make shape, our sausages, our potatoes, our mixed vegetables. So what we're going to do is now, we're going to add some gravy granules now to the casserole to give it a little bit of colour and a little bit of consistency and a little bit of flavour. Okay, so it's just a sprinkle. We don't add too many granules because we don't overpower the casserole. Okay, so we're just going to stir in the granules. Okay, so the granules will do a number of things. They'll add to the flavour and they'll colour the dish, and what it'll do is as well, it'll thicken the dish. Okay, so you can see here a nice brown bacon and sausage casserole is starting to come together. So we're nearly at the final stages of cooking the casserole now out on top of the cooker, and what we're going to do is we're going to put it into our casserole dish and finish it off in the oven. I'm just going to add in some chives now, just for a little bit of colour, and then we're going to pour the mixture gently into our preheated casserole tray or casserole dish. Okay, so you can see all the lovely flavours there. The casserole is taking colour now, it's brown. So the next phase is to put the casserole into the casserole ingredients into the casserole dish or casserole tray, and put it in the oven and cook out for another 30 minutes. So there we go, we put our casserole into our dish, and it's at the leveling off there, so all the lovely ingredients now is going to cook out for the next 30 minutes in the oven. Okay, so we're going to place that in the oven for 30 minutes. So there we go, we have our casserole now in the oven, and we're just, as I said earlier on, we're just going to cook it out now for about 30 minutes, and we check it again after 15, and it'll finish off. It'll be ready then in 30 minutes or so. Here we go, and we're just checking the casserole now after 15 minutes. We can see it's bubbling away there, and everything is starting to cook, and the colour of it is lovely and brown. And all our ingredients are going to be lovely and soft and juicy, and when it comes out of the oven, we're capturing all the flavours there. Okay, so the casserole is 15 minutes away from being ready. Here we go, we just have to take the casserole out of the oven there, so we can see all our lovely products, our ingredients in the dish. It's at the cooking out well. Our sausages are nicely cooked. Our bacon is lovely and cooked. You can see all the nice colours in there, and we just put some extra chives on top. So our casserole is ready for serving. We're after having it in the oven there for 30 minutes. So all in all, you're talking the best part of an hour from start to finish with the casserole. So we're going to serve it up now. We're going to serve it into bowls. Okay, there we go. We're just using a ladle here just to portion out or serve out the casserole. Okay, so there we go. We've 4 lovely bowls of pork and bacon casserole. We have some lovely potatoes in there, mushrooms, celery, carrots, mushrooms, and some onions, and you know, a lovely range of flavours. So we're just going to top it off now, just with a little sprinkle of chives just on the top. So our casserole is ready for service. Okay, so we probably have another 2 portions that will, you know, we can put that away and put it in, let it go cold and put it in the fridge, and it'll be even nicer tomorrow. Okay, so there we go, 4 portions of lovely sausage and bacon casserole. Okay, enjoy.